Alrighty team, welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. Just kill this music for you, those of you on YouTube. Welcome TikTok. And time to get that show on the road, guys. As always, good morning, good afternoon, and very good evening, no matter where we are around the world. Welcome to another London session. Today, Tuesday, 18th of March. Quickly, let's have a look at what we've got in the news. If there is anything that could impact our session here today. From memory, there was nothing, and that is the case, but there is not much in regards to high impact news throughout the day, to be honest, even into MI session. But there is a big day ahead tomorrow and moving forward for the rest of the week. So not much in regards to schedule news to come. There is a bit of Euro news to come a little bit later on. I won't be on stream for that, obviously, anyway. So guys, if you could, you know the drill. Those of you on YouTube, smash the like button. TikTok, hit that screen, and wouldn't you know it, what have we here? Gold yet again at all-time highs. Just keeps on keeping on. Still nothing at all to suggest we're ready to pull back or make any pullback of significance, to be honest. So based on that, I'm going to be looking to buy it today, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll do the analysis just quickly. We don't miss out on any potential entries, guys. You know the drill. If you have any questions, any chance you'd like to send in, please do so. Also, again, smash that screen on TikTok and YouTube. You guys hit that like button for me. And let's get underway with the analysis. And moving forward, looking at, as we always do, looking at gold to begin and looking at that weekly time frame. We are forming obviously a very strong bullish candle up at new all-time highs. We don't have any data to the left to go off. All we can really do as far as targets is look to the psychological round numbers, the quarter numbers, that type of thing. So I think a good fair next destination could be that 3,025 sort of level is where I'd personally be looking for maybe some sort of resistance. We may also cop a bit of resistance around that $3,020 level as well. But anyway, we are strong bullish on the weekly. Daily, bullish in structure and counter probabilities. If we were to continue bullish, there is not much need to break our own line. We're far off it at the moment, but we will mark it in nonetheless. See what we've got below it. There is any catalyst to sell it. But definitely bullish again, no data to the left-hand side. Now onto the 4 hours, obviously bullish in structure as well. We don't have any resistance. We do have some support, which we can mark in. That is the most recent level of support on the 4 hour. Far off it. It's well below the daily low. We're likely just going to remove it for aesthetic reasons on the stream shortly. What we will do is we'll mark in some previous resistance here to the left. Could that be a potential pullback zone? Possibly. We'll see what we've got on the 30. But again, bullish across the board. And all right, so let's just now adjust this across. Reason being is because what we can see at this same point, basically where the 30-minute structure will flip bearish, actually flips bearish below the daily low, basically, is where we'll confirm a structure flip on the 30. So for the time being, but actually, I'm just going to keep it in deeper, guys, because the reason being is it's cleaner below that point. I'm not interested in selling it anyway, because the fact of the matter is, I mean, it could drop and flip the structure while I'm on stream, but it doesn't look like it will, to be honest. So what I'm going to be looking for is we've now created a resistance at the daily and new all-time high. We are popping above it. Could be some continuation buys shortly. Definitely at this point, we want to see a strong closure up near the high, if not above it, for the buy option. The preference would be the closure above, retest, continuation. Otherwise, guys, all I'm going to be doing is waiting for price to pull back, form support yet again, preferably around that daily low. Even if it sweeps it only to pop back above it, then I would still look for my options to buy it really from anywhere above that 3,000 sort of level. If it drops below it, again, we've got that confirmation of the 30-minute structure flipping bearish, so it gives us some catalyst to look for a sell. The issue though is you're running straight into some more support. So you're likely going to need to wait a little bit longer for any sells. I'm not going to try to counter trend trade a massive uptrend on gold. So I'm just going to stick to my plan, and I'm going to be looking for some potential buys on gold. Now also, I'm kind of considering a limit order. Let me just go back to the 30. Yeah, all right, I'm going to leave that original zone in. What I'm seeing though is the hourly. If the hourly closes significantly above that bearish counter high, it could almost be a limit order. But to be honest, I'd rather it close above for the limit order, or just look for potential impulse entry. So all will come down to also how the new candle forms. If it does first of all create that lower wick prior to any entry, then I would obviously consider it. If it doesn't, pop straight up, I'm not going to chase it. Also bear in mind we are running into EU open, so likely to be maybe a little bit of volume popping in. EU is about to open in shortly. Well, it's not on here, but it is about to open shortly, and there is normally a little bit of an influx in volume at that point in time. So preferring the buys on gold here today. We'll wait and see how this candle closes. We'll wait and see if we get a potential option. Just want to have a quick look at something quickly on my broker. I want to see. All right, I'm just looking at also 5 minute. Just creating some high lows, high highs on the approach. So even once again, if we do pull back, close back below, but look for still based off of also a bit of 5 minute structure, closure above and correlate with a 15-minute closure above. That may also suffice. So we'll wait and see, guys. A bit of a wait and see on gold for 3 minutes. We could potentially have some options moving forward. Am I concerned about buying highs? Not really, because I'm just following my rules in accordance to my plan, in accordance to what I'm seeing on the chart. So for me, I'd still happily look for the option to buy it because it's in a big uptrend. So it could pull back, but I'd be happy to take trade based off my rules. That's a bit of support. Counter trend selves, I mean, very, very, very risky. You can call it. Don't think I'll take it personally, because I'd rather just trade with the trend, which is so very, very strong to the upside. Just quickly looking at GJ as well. Let's see, is there any option? I don't think there is because of the level it's at. I'm pretty sure it's at a resistance. It's at a bit of a 4-hour level. We zoom out here on the EM30 as well. That is obviously current price action. There is really not much margin at all up until that resistance, which basically lines up with the 4-hour level. So it's a bit tricky on GJ. It's a slow trickle up too. There isn't really any momentum about it. I don't prefer a pullback at this stage. So we'll focus on gold, guys. We'll keep an eye on gold for the next few minutes and just see if we get that potential option to buy it on the following candle. In the meantime, YouTube, Archard, Franco, Beats, Kyle, appreciate you guys as always. TikTok, a few too many of you to go through the list of names just now, but welcome one and all. I will get to your questions shortly, not ignoring you. Just want to get through with the analysis and have a little bit of keep an eye on gold before I get to anything else. Last King 888, thank you for the stickers, appreciate it. So let's see guys. Really want this to close strong. I don't want it to, yeah, so if it pulls back like this, it's, to me, it's shows a little bit of signs of potential rejection, a bit of weakness. I'd really want it to close now. Could use the fib here, and the preference for the confirmation that a valid impulse entry is present is a closure above that horizontal. That's 50% from the low of the zone to the high of the zone. And that would be a strong enough catalyst to suggest that if we begin to break on the following candle, we could make another quick impulse to the upside. So nonetheless, what we're going to do is keep an eye on how this candle forms, the new candle. So I'm just at the moment, what I'm doing is checking out what the highest point on my broker is of the current candle. That's 3017.73. And if I was looking for any pending order, I have to be just above it. So it'll be about 2 pips above 0.93. We've got the closure of the candle. So it's closed just below. All right, so in this case, I'm not going to chase it. What I'm going to do is wait. What I really love to see right now is price approach the high. Not even without breaking it. I mean, it could just break it. Then I'd like for it to pull back, grab some liquidity from, once again, this zone. And then I'd set the buy stop above. Reason being, I mentioned yesterday, at that point, if we were to continue bullish, there would be no need for us to pop, if we were to continue bearish and pull back a little bit further, there'd be no need for us to break our own high yet again. And if we did, after creating that lower wick, then there's a high probability we would have grabbed that liquidity in order to make another impulse to the upside. So I'm not setting anything just yet. It did not tick the box in the corners to my plan for an impulse entry. Want to see if this rips up shortly, then want it to rip back down to consider anything. In the meantime, guys, I will get to all your questions. TikTok, keep them coming. Apologies, I just want to get the analysis on GJ out of the way and before we move forward. All right, so starting at the weekly, even on the weekly, we can see there is not a great deal of margin. Still a little bit, but not a great deal above the current daily high up to the resistance here on the weekly. Things are, I mean, what I trade and what I look at, it's all in a bit of an uptrend at the moment. A lot of the majors are moving strong against the US dollar. We'll have maybe look at the Dixie shortly. Daily structure on GJ has actually flipped bullish. It's flipped bullish, so it's in line now with the other 3 time frames to look at. So the overall bias is overwhelmingly to the upside without even going to the 430 just yet. I know the structure is bullish across the board. We've got daily counter probabilities to the upside, got a little bit of margin to the upside, not a fantastic great deal at all, but it's maybe enough to squeeze some pips. But the thing is, go down to the 4 hour, what we can see is we're currently at a level, so it makes it a little bit tricky, in my personal opinion, to buy it at the current level in case it does reject. For me, the cleaner and the safer option at the highs is just to wait for it to pop above it. Give you a strong confirmation because it's much cleaner. You got clean traffic to the left. It's more probable. It could reject. It doesn't necessarily have to reject. It could finally break through. But I mean, multiple times we've rejected the current level. So we could be looking for some potential counter trend sales. Let's see what we got done on the 30-minute. Current support and 4 hour. Just marking previous resistance here. And now we can go down to the 30-minute. And we can see that's also technically bullish. Now, we don't have a 2 more consecutive candle pullback in the opposite direction until these lows. Kind of resembles some swings though up here. And this one in particular. So if I was to be really technical, it's not flipping any structure at that point. But what I would be saying is we're tapping into a 4 hour resistance. By breaking and closing below levels of support, especially this one here, 193.60, at least flipping a micro trend after rejecting the 4 hour resistance. There's a high probability at point there as we move into clean traffic. That price will make a move back down to that previous level on the 4 hour. So I'll just remove for the time being, but for me, that is by far the cleanest, more probable option for a sell. Doesn't mean I won't consider it from higher up, seeing we are at a very difficult level to buy it from. Yeah, I'm not going to chase the continuation buyers, guys. To me, it just makes no sense. I always say to my guys, ask yourself a few things. First of all, what is the buy? So once you've done your analysis, and you've analyzed the 4 different time frames, got a general direction. Is it overwhelmingly bullish? Fantastic. Well, that would normally mean you'd be looking for options to buy. However, before only considering the buys, you got to ask yourself, where are you on the chart? And if it's at a key level, as it is right now, it's not easy to buy it. And plan for some counter trend sells. Plan for a key level rejection and what you want to see. So you got to always ask yourself where you are on the chart, irrespective of the overall bias and structure. That's kind of what I'm doing now on GJ. So if we do pop up a little bit higher, form another support higher up, begin to flip that micro trend bearish at the resistance, then I would consider selling GJ against the trend, just purely based off us tapping into a strong level. Had there not been a strong level to the left and we're just trending upwards and we had 1 or 2 bearish candles suddenly pop into the market, that would mean absolutely nothing to me in order to take an entry. I need to see a little bit of structure flipping on the within the micro trend at the resistance before I consider selling GJ. So that is my plan on GJ. Otherwise, buys, definitely interested in buying. I'm trying to neaten this zone up, to be honest. I'll go back to the 30-minute level because it's just a massive zone. Otherwise, it looks a bit of a mess. Now, further options. What is going on with this music? It takes about 20 minutes to load. Further options for me on GJ is just simply waiting for a pullback to buy it. So again, sells from the resistance, I will consider on GJ today. Gold, there is no data to the left to consider a sell. So it'd be, how do you know? I mean, on gold, how do you know it's going to pull back at this point? Could easily continue bullish. Whereas GJ, we've got data to the left to go off. So aside from that, all I'd be waiting for is a bit of a pullback. Support to form, whether it be a 194 flat, that sort of level, with some support there. Or if it drops back below 194 towards that 193.70, I would also consider my options to buy GJ. So pretty simple, guys. I'm not chasing nothing. I'm just going to patiently wait. And we'll see, once again, if something does come up. We'll just stick to our plan and yeah, well, let's have a good one. We're looking at gold again. I mean, it's not looking all that bad. Yeah, all right. We'll keep a bit of an eye on it. Anyway, what have I missed? Lau, good morning to you. All right, TikTok. Let me go through some of these questions. Thank you for sharing the stream, whoever did that. Savvy, what's good? All good. Hope you're well, mate. Welcome. Euro USD heading for rejection. That's actually a zone from yesterday. It's currently popping above it. It's at resistance, that's for sure. So yeah, similar to GJ, I'd be saying myself, well, I'm pretty sure it's bullish across the board as well. But I can't just buy it based off that because where we're at a really strong level of resistance on a higher time frame. So what I could do is plan for what I want to see to sell it. So yeah, definitely is at a strong level of potential rejection, but it still could burst through it. The buys, the fact of the matter is you're buying it into resistance, possibly above this 109.30. Got a little bit of margin up to 109.40 if you want a quick scalp. That's all I can see. Otherwise, buys from support. All right. Just remove that on gold, so we're far off it. What else? Trade Xeon. I never, mate, you're dreaming. When did I say it was a sell yesterday? Have I not said for like the past God knows how long it's a buy? Said all day yesterday I'm only considering buying it, mate. You're on another planet. Never said it. And I did say, look, fantastic. I was calling for 3,000 early last year. So, mate, it's nothing. Anyone can call it. It's all good. Trade it. But honestly, if you want to make yourself feel good, go for it, mate. But whatever. I never said it was a sell. Not once. Not once. What else? So if gold broke through rejection zone, it has. Travis Zealand, mate, don't come in here trying to promote your own stream. I've said it many times. If anyone does, this is what happens. Bye-bye to you. Simple. I'm the one who has control. So what happens, guys, if you promote someone else's stream or anything on here, you just get blocked straight away. Done. You're, yeah, buying total rejection zone. Shake, good morning to you, mate. Welcome again. Lord 121879. Called A.C.T. Analyze, confirm, trade. That's what it is, mate. That's what I do. Analyze the chart. I wait for my confirmation and I take a trade. Very simple. It's my own strategy. It's a concoction of what I've learned over years of trading. Admit it will pull back from. It could. I mean, anything could happen. Anything could happen. I'm just trading what I see in accordance to my plan. Chick Marus. Gold crazy is, yeah, it is, isn't it? Dalbos, yes, from Melbourne, mate. Possibility it might break through, make a big sell. Sebi, I mean, there is a possibility. MH, my prediction is just trade the trend at the moment. It's a massive bullish structure, so I'm just looking for buys, potential buys above. Need a strong confirmation because it looks like we're exhausting a bit at the moment. Otherwise, buys upon the pullback. That's pretty much what I'm looking at. I mean, I can possibly call a counter trend sell, but honestly, you're very brave to try to sell gold at the moment. I'd rather wait for GJ sells. That's also in a big uptrend, but at least it's at a level to the left. Gold, it's at a level it just created about, you know, an hour ago or something. So gold's more probable to continue up. Now, based off the 15, I'm gonna wait 2 and a bit minutes. I could still look for a limit order. The limit order will be based on the 15. So the limit order could be set at the high of this bearish candle. In order for it to be valid, I want it to close strong. Origin Performance, welcome to you. Yep, it is. Line architecture above 3018 will go for buy. Yeah, potentially. Just waiting to see what sort of closure we get in 15 here. Chart, all good, mate. All good. Hope you're well. Daniel, good day to you. Speaking of welcome members, here's your link. Alright, so I'm gonna look for a limit order by the way things are setting up just now, and that is presently on IC markets 3016 and 21. So I'm not seeing nothing just yet. First we'll wait for a strong closure above. And then what I'll do is set the limit order for that particular level. Ray, support resistance. I mean, a lot of ways to get involved in a trade. It's not just based off support and resistance. BG Jafmet, good morning. Selling gold. How can you see? Sorry, I have selling gold. I wouldn't be selling gold. What was your confirmation to sell gold? Anyway, guys, let's focus because I'm about to look for a potential buy limit order. Stop loss I'm likely going to place it below the previous M15. And that's going to be about a 25 pip stop by the looks of it. Now, if it rips to the upside, got another confirmation on the 5 minute. I mean, based on the 5 minute, you need to be in it just now. You need to have just trusted the impulse. All right, so set a limit order, and it is set for 21. And that's why I'd like to get involved at the moment if it does present. Quickly look at GJ. All right, GJ, the good thing about it, it's formed some support at the resistance. It's a little bit too strong for me to sell it if it breaks on the impulse, but if it starts to close below it, I'd like to see a 30-minute candle closure back bearish as well. So if this 15 was to close strong bearish, really towards the low or at the low or below the low, it's going to close the 30-minute bearish, and that would be a strong enough catalyst for me to sell it. Tapped into a level to the left. So I'm still keeping a bit of an eye on GJ, but I've currently got a buy limit set on gold. So I'm just waiting to see if I get triggered in on that. Harry Stout. Look, I have traded a long time ago Bitcoin. I'll have a look at it after, because obviously got a trade set, so I'm just waiting. Silver, I love it, but I've only traded it once, and that was a win. I was live on stream as well. But yeah, to me, well, it's bullish. For the most part, it does follow gold, but it moves with a lot more volatility. It doesn't take as much to move it. It's not as big an asset class as gold. Tempting to buy it based off the fact that it's tapped into this wick, but it would have needed to be in. Oh man, yeah, that's a little bit too late. Now the other thing I could wait for is we get a minor pause here in 15. Where's the M30 strong bullish? That's another signal. I'm not stressing it. I'm not going to jump in because my plan wasn't to take it as a flip. My plan was to get involved on the pullback. So I'm just going to wait and see. Love trading silver, moves exactly like gold. Yeah, it moves very similar to gold. Braxton? No FOMO whatsoever, mate. It's trading coins to my rules. Those who watch me on a regular will know exactly. There is no such thing as FOMO when it comes to my trading. Tom 10, this is TradingView, so it's a free app. So yeah, good for charting. Peter, preferring a limit order, but it looks like it could go without me, so the other option is to wait for a little bit of a pause just here. Very patient is key here. It definitely is. Definitely is. There's no point and no need to chase things. Just have a plan, stick to it. If it presents, fantastic. If it doesn't and does what it's doing now, it's not my plan, so be it. Caught a monster on gold. I think it was last week. Last few weeks we caught some monsters on gold. Can't be involved in every single one. Still liking GJ because we've got a minor support now. That becomes the potential entry point for a sell. So I'm not stressing it on gold. And I've actually got to remove the order because we've broken the high of that candle, so doing that just now. No longer valid. The next potential option could be based off the 30. So again, let's put that original zone in. Let's see how this candle closes on the 30. Architecture TP 3024. I'm not too sure why I've got 3024. I'd be targeting 3020, then 25. Jason, yes. Yeah, unfortunately, it's everything you do, you pay tax, don't you? MH, no. No, I didn't. Sorry, YouTube. Gold Sniper, Gold be out of Steam soon. Bank policies on Wednesday. Good to see you, by the way. Trading market, can we enter once candle I will break? Again, not for me, but I mean, if you're in, you're in some drawdown just now on that entry. That's FOMO, in my opinion. Harry, would I move to buy lower tax and better time trading sessions? And to be honest, no interest in moving to Dubai. To be honest, I know a lot do. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I much prefer to be over in Thailand, to be honest, mate. 804, who said I'm selling? Where does it say I'm selling? I don't know, some of you guys need to maybe get your eyes checked or your ears tested. At what point have I said I'm selling gold? Go back, rewind and stream if you can. Never once have I said I'm selling gold. Said there is a potential counter trend below this point here. I may call it, but I'm not going to take it. Because to me, it's in a massive uptrend. I'm not interested in selling it. I know, Gold Sniper. It's unreal, isn't it? Some of the comments. Oh, it's amusing. At the end of the day, I'm the one with the control of things, so you can just click that magic block button and they're out of here. Harley been saying buy gold for over a week. I've been saying, I know, I've been saying buy gold for probably over a year now, haven't I? 804, all good. No, it's not a sell zone, mate. It's just the zone. That's the open of the zone. So the closure in that bearish candle, it's the highest point of any bearish candle at resistance. So that's the high of the zone. Now I was looking for options to buy it, didn't present in accordance to my plan. So I just need to chill. There is not much I can do about it. GJ to me looks like it could provide sooner a potential entry. The only issue about it is I want it below this support in 15 and I want a 30-minute to close bearish because it is also in a big uptrend. It's 4v0 to the upside. I need some sort of catalyst other than just one bearish candle. I need it to close below support. I want it to be on a 30. That's just my plan. Mark, maybe someone have that. Yeah, I think that could be an issue. Maybe they've had a little bit too much of the, you know, good stuff and seeing the charts the opposite way around. So it's rejecting just now. All good. Not a problem. To be honest, it'd be great if it does reject and make a nice clean move back down. And then I can look to buy it from support. Ray, we at all-time highs. We cannot be selling. We're in a bull market. It's dollar index plunging. Yeah, it's very risky selling it. It's a secret one. When will gold sell? Yeah, and it's in a massive uptrend, mate. Don't need to try to pick the high. Don't need to try to pick a high. You'll get burnt. Too close to the sun. You'll get burnt, mate. Bomber Town. How much do you buy to make profit? You could buy a 1 cent lot if you really wanted to, and you can make profit. It won't be a big one, but everyone's just depending on your size of your account. You want waterfall? I wouldn't mind a waterfall, but not doesn't mean because I want to sell it. I just want it to make a clear move down, give me some margin and buy it back up. Origin Performance goal setting up for FOMC and IGC. Yeah, potentially. There's been a lot of news to come, obviously, FOMC, so big one. But again, whether I trade or not, I really don't care. Because as I mentioned yesterday, I don't come to the stream or to the charts when I'm off the stream hunting for an entry. I think that's the wrong thing, and I think that's the reason why a lot of people get totally unstuck and just dig themselves a massive hole, because they feel a need to trade always. Let the charts prove to you why you should take a trade. Why should you risk money? You should have a plan. You should know what you're looking for. You should have some solid, really solid set of rules, and if they're met, that's the charts showing you that maybe it's time. Maybe I've convinced you to take an entry, and it doesn't mean it's going to be a win. It doesn't mean nothing. You won't know until the end result, but it's more probable that will be a winning trade if you have the data to back it up, and that's what I do have. So that's what I do. Bombertown, what's a good amount to start on? It just depends. The best amount to start on is what you're willing to lose, what you're willing to risk, because the reality is, it's a beginner, you're likely going to lose it before you win it. So don't over invest, don't over capitalize. It's $100, it's $100. If it's 200, 200, if it's 1,000, whatever it is, that's what the best amount is to start with. Origin Performance, GJ, yeah, still bullish, but again, we've got a good potential sell zone on GJ, so I'm still not mining GJ. Just want to see some catalyst to sell it. Gold rejecting. So, had you been chasing the buy above the high, you probably wouldn't have got your 10 by the looks of it once you count for spread. Origin Performance, I think GJ will buy. What's your take? GJ, my take is, again, it is very bullish across the board. But as I mentioned earlier, I always say to my members, ask yourself where you are on the chart, irrespective of the structure. And the fact of the matter is, GJ is at a very solid level of resistance. We've got, it's tapped in multiple times here to the left. It's a daily level as well. So based off that, it's tricky, very tricky for me to just buy it current level. So I'd rather just miss the buy, let it do its thing, and again, wait for a potential option to sell it if it does present. G'day, mate. How you going?
Hi. Good morning.
How's things? All right?
How are you? Everything's fine. How about you?
All good, brother. All good. Charts are just doing their thing.
You're not on YouTube today?
No, I am. Unless I got kicked. No, I am.
I couldn't find a stream on YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be right. No, I'm definitely there, mate. Guilty as charged, Dana.
I've checked for it on YouTube. Even if I checked by the channel is not showing. It's showing not live. So I don't know what. Okay. I found it. It just came now. Yeah.
Nice one. Yeah, I'm not sure why, to be honest. It's frustrating.
Because I did receive the notification,
yeah,
but then when I logged in to check, it was not showing live. So I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, mate. But all good.
Yeah, it's all good now. Anyway, so what are we looking for? What are we looking for? You're looking for something?
Moment, I mean, nothing is presenting. We're about to close here. If we close back above weak bearish, I would look for a continuation buy, but we're not closing above. So for me, there is nothing right now. Bullish engulfing. We'll see what we've got come session open. I would love a pullback to buy it
Actually,
lower down, but it could do anything. It's still valid if it pops back above, but I'd want a closure of some sort.
that's nice. I'm actually in on a buy on GU. On EU, sorry.
EU.
Yeah.
Okay, based on liquidity
2 hour.
sweep.
Based on the 2 hour. Yeah, it's the same entry. Same entry though.
Yeah, nice one.
Right.
Nice one. That's a quality entry. It's swept liquidity. It's broke the low. Gone and broken the high. You've closed above some at the resistance, but above the bodies. You've tapped back into below that level, only to pop back above it. That's a good entry, even on the alley.
Yeah, on the alley it was even also very good because it created that top wick and then went down to break the low of the previous candle, then again. And then also this current candle, the current candle first of all created a very huge top wick before going down and coming back up to break its own high. So I was pretty confident on that continuation.
Nice one, mate. Good to see you. Happy to see it. Happy days.
Yeah.
Time to chill then.
Considering also that yesterday's daily candle closed really strong bullish, and looking at it, expecting some continuations above. If it succeeds to break that high, I will expect some continuation.
Yeah, it's nice to pop above some of this resistance and we'll be off the races again.
Yeah.
Could possibly come all the way up towards that 109.80 to 110 flat. So it does look pretty good. Nice one.
Also, I think which one again? G also looks good on the alley. Also same as AU.
Yeah, that actually that looks really good based on the alley.
Yeah.
That looks like a cracking trade in the alley. That was gold or GJ on the 30. That's an entry every day of the week. For me, gold even on the 15.
Also, I think EU also is looking almost the same as GU.
Yeah,
AU.
just a bit of stronger AU. Oh yeah, wow. Also, very solid entry.
Yeah.
Very good entry. Good to see the Aussie actually moving with strength for a change. Let's quickly look at DXY, seeing the majors are pumping. Yeah, it's low. It's probably the lowest it's been in quite some time, to be honest. Other than last week, back at that 103 level. What levels have we got here? I mean, the daily looks pretty good too for further continuation to the downside. You got a little bit of support here, 102.40. But based off the structure and the bias and all that, it does look good for continuation to the downside, the DXY. So possibly some more movement to the upside for the majors here and gold. Gold's doing its own thing anyway, irrespective of DXY at the moment. But we do have a bit of support to break before it really could come back down to 103, 102 level. But yeah, it does look potentially like could continue down.
I was looking at the EJ earlier, but there was a similar really good entry, but it didn't really get the confirmation that I wanted on the early. Like, even though it's proceeded to move really well, but just after this bearish closure, I was expecting this one, the next bullish candle to close engulfing. It didn't close engulfing, though it closed near to the high, but without a wick, so
yeah, it's
really interested in that.
Fair enough.
The confirmation to be spot on.
Yeah, fair enough. Otherwise, it does look also pretty good. Yeah, we just have to wait. waiting time. All right, sorry, TikTok. What have I missed? US Tech? No, I don't trade it, mate. I've traded it once in my life and that was a win. Stop to that. But as I mentioned yesterday, maybe something I pick up more with the clock changing here shortly. It'll be more favorable for me to trade into my session. I do analyze it for my guys because I know some do look at it and some do trade it. But for me, I'll just focus on GJ and gold, primarily gold. Bit all over shop at the moment, gold, but we'll see. We have a nice strong catalyst on the 15. We're pulled back, so we broke above, closed above, pulled back, retested resistance, popping back above. Now, if we close back up near the high, there could be buys still in the next 8 and a bit minutes. Hey group, g'day to you. Hope you're well. Welcome. Real survivor bog. Are you in gold buy? No, I'm not. Be nice if I was, but all good. I'm not, so not a worry. BGT Juffman, not at the moment. What's the same entire? I mean, semi. Oh, on EU, same entry. Okay, nice one. Gold gonna break 30. It could 804. I mean, it could. Anything could happen. Raynas has manipulations. I focus on US 30, moves the same. Yeah, okay. If that's something you've noticed, by all means. I don't trade either to really know, to be honest. Right, gold continuously moves in impulse and corrections. That's what markets do when they're trending. And this is in a big uptrend, so they don't always trend forever without little corrections or consolidations, pockets of consolidation. Hack to matrix. No. Not considering a sell on gold at all. Not in a sell. I'm not considering a sell. Had a good little session with the members yesterday. About an hour after the stream, we've got another 3 and Y session today. Do I trade full time? I trade full part time, if that makes sense. So I trade the same session normally Monday to Friday, but not always Friday. A lot of the time I won't bother Friday because I've had it most of the time, had a decent week. And I learnt from the past, Friday can be a bit risky and also sometimes play any emotions if you have a bad trade on the Friday. So I trade London session. But I do have other interests aside from that. Hi, just got here. We're looking for buying. I'm preferring a buy. Yeah, 100% looking for options to buy. Not considering any sells. Like some people have asked otherwise. They think I said I'm looking for a sell. I've never said it, but yeah, I'm waiting for potential continuation buys here. Let's see how we close now. I really want the strong closure right near the high, preferably just above it. If it's well above it, maybe a limit order. Limit order is going to be a little risky. Sharif, what a great session yesterday. Yeah, it was a good one. Good session. I enjoyed it. Just go over a few things. It's always good. Great. Agree with you on that. Nice one. What do I trade? I trade mostly gold, but also GJ. All right, so what is the high of that bearish candle? Yet again, let's suss this out. High of the bearish candle is 3018.96, so 3019.16 roughly. And 3019.15. Not sending any order though. I'm waiting for a closure. I'm waiting for this candle to close. Sell or buy? We're in a massive uptrend. Not interested in selling gold at all. Only interested in buying it. There is no data to the left that suggests we could reject this point. At some point it's going to reject. It could be this point, who knows. But all I have to do is trade what I see and react. That's it. We have exhausted a little bit. It's not like we're just coming from the low of the day or anything. But my rule is I want it to close right up near the high. If it does, it could be potential buys. If not, again, I just wait patiently. Sit back, chill. GJ, not a bad house to buy it, but I'm not interested in buying it in the 4-hour resistance, daily resistance. But it isn't a bad catalyst. You've now got a liquidity candle. You've just broken low of that candle, and now you've broken the high. There's a higher probability at this point it's going to continue to the upside, or strong bullish, and then kind of probabilities being to the upside from your candle creates a bit of lower wick and begins to break the high of this candle, and so we'll pull back a little bit further into the zone. But it could also reject at any point. That's why I'm personally not looking to buy a GJ at the current level. Shake. All good, all good. Heavenly TX, Heavenly GTX, bear market already. one candle, bear market. To be honest, I mean, when I first started trading, that's pretty much all I knew. Bearish, right? That means we're going down. Might as well sell it next candle. Half the time I just sell it as this candle is pretty. I have no idea what I was doing. That's how it started. But things have changed. 53 seconds. Are we going to close right up near the high, or are we still going to remain below it? High risk? Yeah, very high risk. What time frame, Zach? This is the M15. Shake, try it, see. It's not a bad idea for those who are interested. I wish you luck. But yeah, I'm looking to buy it. It's not quite closed how I wanted to. So again, just means I'm likely gonna need to wait for session open now. I mean, that previous candle did show a little bit of potential exhaustion, leaving a long wick in either direction. The probabilities are, though, if we broke the high, there's a high chance of making a bit of a move up. How deep a move, no one knows, obviously. But if it breaks the low, there's also a good chance it could come back down to support. At least we've got some data to the left. Don't have it to the upside. Now I can just adjust that. The real survive block. I wish I was in a gold bar at the moment, but it's all good. I'm not. So Tom 10, it opens in 13 and a bit minutes, just under 14 minutes. Zach, yeah, that's a preference, definitely. I mean, it's not the it's what I'm doing, not even contemplating itself. And GJ on the other hand, so again, what's it done? Broke the low, broke the high, since closed strong bullish. It's a good chance this candle's going to continue up. So again, this stream is about education, guys. So you're learning about price action patterns. This is one of my favorites. Thank you to all the new followers. Shake, very interesting structure. It is. It's also looking like it's struggling a little bit since it's broken above the previous daily candle's high. I mean, obviously it's smashed above it, but it's cooled down for a bit. Obviously there's more volume likely to come in shortly, so it definitely could continue up, but wait and see. Could also pull back. There you go, look at GJ. It's always good to see price action patterns play out. Again, I can't ignore we're at resistance. It's just reject at any point. It hasn't, all good. MSBS CP on what? Guys, you probably begin to realize I'm one of the most chilled traders, and I quite frankly don't give a crap if I'm take a trade or not. Again, I just wait for the chance to come to me. It's what I've worked out. It's like you got to be in Zen mode when you're trading. Honestly, is the way I'm trying to say. I learned the hard way. I really learned the hard way. Learn to not, I don't know, how do you word this? It's not don't give a shit, but just be cool, calm, collected, chill. I used to be an absolute nervous wreck, honestly, I used to come to charts and I'd be in a trade and I'd be shaking. A few reasons: I wasn't ready. At that point, didn't quite understand price action as much as what I do now. I wasn't ready to risk what I was risking at the time. I was risking too much. I also jumped from like micro lots to like a full lot, like without anything in between. That was a bit of a shock to the system as well. Now I look back at it now, it's like it's quite funny the way I used to be. To be honest, now it's just chilled. Just chilled. I know I don't need to be in a trade. If I see fit, I will, and I know there's a good chance I'll win. Not always going to win. Last year, I think there was only literally about 3 losing weeks for the year. 3 or 4, something like that. Maybe 5, I'm not sure. But for the most part, they were winning weeks nearly every single week. This year, so far, I think I've had maybe 1 losing week. 1 or 2 max. I've had a week where I haven't traded. I've had a week where I think I will just 2 break even, something like that. Winning streaks. The biggest losing streak I had was 3, I think. Pretty sure. I've had a couple of trade winning streaks, so a couple of those. So running, nice one. I mean, if that's your plan, you're sticking to it, by all means, I wish you luck. I'm being honest about it. I'm not being a smartass about it. If anyone wants to sell it, that's fine. That's your analysis. That's your plan. My plan is not to sell it. But in the meantime, if you guys can get in and sell and make some profit, fantastic. Good on you. I'm happy for you. High psychology is so important in trading. That's why I like learning from you. Appreciate it. It is massive. It is underrated, in all honesty. I can't stress how important it is. People don't respect it enough, to be honest. Tom 10, no, personal. Had an experience which put me off. I was on a big account too. 300k account. Had it all perfect, had it all going, due payouts, and all of a sudden some bullshit parameter popped up. It was never in the rulebook, and all of a sudden couldn't access my account. And then I got a hard breach for not being active for 30 days, even though they knew I couldn't. There was an issue with my account. Coincidence, isn't it? When I was due a payout. Absolute crap. So just be careful. Jake, what does the equal candles mean? It's just consolidating, but what it is doing is consolidating above previous resistance here to the left. So based on that, then it's in accordance to me, it's more probable to break to the upside. But again, if we start to close below it, then that would suggest it's more probable to come back down to support. But it's just gathering some steam, gathering liquidity when it does consolidate. So as I mentioned before, charts can't trend forever. And seeing it's breaking, if it closes below, then there is a good chance it could pull back down to support, which is fine by me. It's fine. I'd rather let it do that. And the cleaner the move, the better, because it opens up this area. Made a pretty clean move up, so makes a clean move back down. If I get the right catalyst to buy it from support, I would definitely love to do so. So it just means that buyers and sellers are present, and it's building up some orders for it to move. Which way? We wait for the confirmation. This stage, it looks like it's coming down. Thank you for the question. I appreciate it. Beautiful. I just made a Fallout meme coin. Check it out. All good. No, thank you. Shake, we can see it. Well, it's done. Yeah, I mean, been bullish from the beginning, so. Harry, FTMO are meant to be the best and most reliable. Have you? Yeah, they are the best. From what I know from a mate of mine who has an account, and what I've heard from others. So that's the next though. It just drained me. It really drained me, that last experience. Working so hard and getting nothing in return. And it was cash. It was... Oof. Wasn't cheap. All up, it was about 4.5k or something Aussie. Do where can you take profit? Look, if you are in this sell, just don't be too greedy. You can do what you want, but we are tapping into some previous resistance where it could still bounce off that. Otherwise, a realistic level would be this 3012 support. But right now, we're popping right back up into consolidation. Jake, all good. All good, man. Appreciate it. Keep these questions coming. It's all good. CZZNM? No, it wasn't Alpha Capital. Only Funds was the name of the company. DJ, I still need that 30-minute. I don't have nothing yet to suggest. I mean, we don't even have a 15-minute support until still the exact same level. Bearish candle followed by bullish candle forms that support. That still is the entry point for any sell. Dong, unfortunately, I cannot read or understand Vietnamese. Be interesting to learn though. I can understand a lot of Thai. I can't read it, but I can speak a lot and understand a lot. Do I know the Aussie guy who owns FundX now lives in Dubai? Think he's legit or just a marketer? Don't know who he is. I think I was approached by them actually. Pretty sure. But I'm so weary of anyone who approaches me about having that crap all over my stream. Sam the man, not every day is a trade day. It's the reality of trading. Yeah, last thing I want to do is mislead my little community down the wrong path. It's just not me. The guys who know me, I would not do that. Fine, when you have time, can you take a look at German 30? Yeah. I mean, we've got session open. Sure, let's quickly look at it. There's nothing right now, session open anyway. So, similar to German 40, it's the same thing, isn't it? The exact same thing. So, I don't know why I just didn't look at that. Well, it looks the exact same anyway. You know, pretty much the exact same price. Looks to be very bullish. Weekly. Strong bullish candle, engulfing that previous candle and doji candle, tapping into some resistance, bouncing off but breaking the high. Looks good to continue to the upside, potentially up to a new all-time high. Daily structure at resistance, but it's technically bullish as well. High, 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 low as far as candle probabilities. At a pretty tricky level though, very evident here on the 4 hour. So a massive zone. I would be adjusting it shortly on the 30. It is, let's just quickly look at it. It could technically, by the looks of it, it's bullish. Bullish from this move, believe it or not. All right, so it's bullish, 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 bullish across the board. All right, good entry point for a sell. Confirmation of 30-minute structure flipping bearish below this point here. Tapping into the 4 hour daily higher time frame resistance. If it did reject, could look for sells below that point. Definitely a good option. Buys above it. If it does pull back, only to respect it. Will make perfect sense to buy it. You preferably want to see a nice clean move back to that level before buying it. You see some margin back up. Let's see if we can adjust this zone a little bit. Yeah, you can. All right. So there still could be further buys here. I'd use that wick. That's the most recent resistance by the looks of it. It is too, and you're right at it. So closures above that point, and you've got clean traffic on a 30. So that looks pretty good to me. It's at it just now. You're approaching with volume. Have you had a bit of a pause prior to it? Yeah, you've had a pause just there. Liquidity candle potentially. London Open looks pretty good. Looks pretty good for buys here. Whoa, look at that. Straight up. Without seeing a print. Alright, gold. Close bearish. Nothing on gold. GJ. Yeah, I'm not really interested in buying it. The 4 hours not clearly defined for a limit order sell. Again, this is just all my rules, guys. All my rules. Whether you like it or not. This is me being me. Doing what I do best. Hi, all good, mate. All good. So it does look pretty good, but it's skipped pips at the open with the volume influx. His name is AJ. Currency is what you got. Oh, really? No, I've never heard of him, to be honest, mate. Jake London session could push it up, and it also possibly could do anything. That's the reality. Sticky one, I think we'll decide if it's sell or buy. It could possibly, yeah. That volume influx. You're in German 40, Carl. Nice one. Yeah, it looks good. Big, strong uptrend. And look at that rejection. Wow. Wow. Liquidity candle. Look at that. Look at it now, guys. Look at that. Again, we learn something every single day. So this popped straight up. Didn't even see it print. There was no entry based off just the way it opened. This is too hard. Even if you were looking to buy it, you had to be in from lower down. Now that it's rejecting this resistance and broken like that candle, look what it's done. It's already pushed 10 pips. More than 10. 14 pips. For me, that's enough to secure some profit. And you break even, you're happy about things, you can chill. That's just based off simple price action at a certain level. That resistance, 4 hour resistance, that's absolutely gorgeous as far as price action pattern. GJ's popped straight up. There's no lower wick, so it's 3-1 gold. Still below high, just consolidating. Need to wait. Break even here, but was expecting it. Oh, better than loss, isn't it? Oh. Oh, gold's ripping. I need to wait for this 15 at this rate. Lucas gold to 30.26. I mean, could easily do that. No one knows where it's gonna go. Just need to chill and wait. AD, check NAS really quick. NAS. And personally, I wouldn't trade it this time of day. It's broken above a resistance by the looks of it. Yeah, I just don't trust it this time of day. Weekly, I'd still base it off the previous weekly at this point. It's bearish on that. Daily, bearish in structure, but counter probabilities are to the upside. Mark in a high of that previous daily candle. Let's mark in perhaps the low of the current daily and see what there is below it. No, bearish in structure. Weekly is also bearish. 4 hour structurally is also bearish. Got a bit of a reversal, potential reversal pattern. But it's OG candle broken above the high of it. didn't break our own high, potentially could continue up to the most recent resistance here in the 4 hour. Just mark that level for the time being. There's going to be another level on the 30 up here. Some support shortly. All right. So NAS, it's just broken out of a resistance. It's just broken above into another zone. Not broken out as such. The breakout is when price creates a high in an uptrend and low in a downtrend. It's formed some resistance. So there are your two levels. They're both minor levels. And what
Hey Justin, sorry.
Yep. Go on.
Morning. Gold is coming back up.
Yeah, I need to wait for the 15 either way, mate. There's nothing. It's just coming from consolidation. There's no impulse entry.
Sorry.
All good, all good. All good, mate.
How are you?
All good. All good, brother. Hope you're well.
Yeah, same too. Thank you.
Nice one. Yeah, just back to NAS. The 30-minute is bullish. And it's just broken resistance for one in the daily counter. For me, the buyers are best above this point. 15-minute closure would suffice. That would be good enough. And there's a good chance of popping up to this next level with 1979 4.3. As far as the sells, if we do reject, I'd probably draw that, remove that, and we're marking the zone this point here. And sells below it, clean trap to left. That's what I'd be looking at on those personally. Looks like it's about to break. But I'd wait for a 15. The other option is you got a liquidity count on potentially as it breaks, but again, I don't know this time of day if it's worth trading as. I've never sat here watching it, so personally for me, I wouldn't be taking a trade just now on it. But you asked me, so that's why I'd look at. All right, let's see. You can't got me. Is that Boxy audible? This is a resistance, level of resistance. Everyone calls it something different. I call it support resistance. All right, so now I need to determine, are we actually trending enough to look for a limit order entry? And I would say yes. We've had a little bit of consolidation, but prior to it, we've had a move up. Prior to that, we had a move up, bit of consolidation, another move up, consolidation, another move up. So, in my opinion, limit order still could be valid. Now, for it to be valid, it's the highest point in this candle. That's to close about 8 to 10 pips above that. So 19.76 minimum is where it needs to close above for a limit order to be valid. Still going to be quite a wide stop. Not too bad. Yeah, actually not too bad. About 25 pips by the looks of it. AD, all good, mate. So Loki going in as yesterday, 19.583. Nice one. Nice one, man. Happy to hear it. You're well in profit. So what's your plan? Are you going to hold, or have you tried your stop loss in profit, or how are you going to manage this? What's your target? DJ pushing. Oh, okay. Still got legs at the moment. It's fine. We've got some clean traffic once we pop above, so Stops above break even. Daily looks too good. That's all. Nice one. As long as you're managing it, you're not going to take a loss being so far in profit. That's the main thing. Queen Pan Lubasan. This is gold. Before I was looking at NAS. Four Seasons Cafe, not at all. Not interested in selling gold. I'm looking for potential buy options, and we could have one maybe in just over 4 minutes. Once again, thank you to all the new followers. So it's still the first 10 and a bit minutes, 11 minutes into session open. Still, obviously, likely to be a fair bit of volume for the next little while, at least. Should be for the most part of the day now, moving forward into NY and throughout NY. Asian session today, at volume as well. It's trending, consolidating for a while, but then pushed up. All right, guys, so let's see. Now with this, it all comes down to really how the 15 closes as far as what type of entry I will potentially look for. The continuation entry could also present, and that would be valid. Needs a lower wick. I may still consider it about tapping in, but it definitely needs a lower wick. And for the limit order, again, just following my rules, for that to be valid, it has to close above this horizontal, and if it does, what I will then do is set a buy limit back at the high of this resistance with my stop loss back below the current candle's low. So just keep an eye on it. We've still got just under 3 minutes. Desmond, good day to you. Welcome. Loki, that's it. To Loki, risk free. So forget that's it. That's how we like it, mate. Hold on. Thank you to new sub on YouTube. I appreciate it's a slow grind on the YouTube, but it's all good. Surpassed the amount of YouTube subscribers on TikTok within a couple months. So let's see, we've got just under 2 minutes, guys. Let's see if we've got a valid entry here. So for any continuation entry, it definitely needs a lower wick. I have a current candle. At this point, it's 72 on my broker. That could still change. It looks like it's about to. What's the odds? This is going to be one of those really quick ones again. It has to have an upper wick too. He's 75 now. Alright, so I've given you guys the option, just follow what the highest point of your broker is. You need a lower wick for continuation options, and you definitely need it to leave an upper wick. Limit order, it's touch and go right now if it's going to be valid. It needs to close at that line or above it. This is going to be one of those really quick ones, I can tell. Got a tiny I prefer a limit order. Let's just remove that. Has it got a tiny upward? I'm going to set a limit order. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to look for a continuation buy without it pulling back to create a decent lower wick just now. So I'd rather get involved as it taps back into this resistance. If it takes a little bit too long, I'm going to remove it. I still may consider a buy above its own high if it doesn't quite tap into the level, which is on IC markets 3018.96. User, my valid entry is, well, seeing we close right up at our high and we'll pop straight up. I need to create a decent low wick, so I'd prefer to get involved on a pullback in anticipation will bounce off that level or resistance. But I know there's a chance we may not necessarily pull back all that way, but I wanted to create more of a low wick. This just is not enough for me to look for any continuation buy. Yes, it is gold, Aitlin. Dina, can you please explain your strategy? It's just based on price action at predetermined levels. So, and I analyze, confirm, and trade. That's simply what it is. So, yeah, just watch regularly. It's pushing now, so that's it. There's no way I can get involved in that, so I'm just going to remove the order. Playing hard to get. GJ's above, but it's not on the 30. It's come from afar. It's one of those days, guys. The charts have moved and I just can't find a quality entry at the moment, which is all good.
Yeah, everything is moving up for GU, EU, so it's very difficult to find some entry.
Yeah, everything is very impulsive, and thing is, it's all coming from a little bit too far. Gold,
Correct.
I mean, looked a bit better. Didn't trust it without that significant lower wick. Is what it is.
Yeah, the XY is pushing down. Strong.
Zach, everything's just flying. It is, and the last few weeks I was in it, but not at the moment, so it's all good. Not a worry, not stressed at all, no FOMO. Just sit, chill.
Also, German 40 is going up just in.
Wow, look at that. So I did a liquidity grab to both sides. It broke the high and then broke the low and made the move down to give you enough for TP1. It popped down 23 pips by the looks of it. It's since popped back up, broken its own high again. I'll give another liquidity grab and it has pumped. So it could have been in wins either side of that thing. Wow. How's the volume right now? It's nuts. Rajman, thank you for sharing the live. Appreciate it. Thank you to all the new followers. Appreciate it. Peter, that's correct. Price action. Q8 Bazaar. Gold, please. Yeah, I'm trying to look for my way to get involved. Give me a strong confirmation that we could continue up. I just haven't got it. It just continues to consolidate and pump. I'm not prepared to just set and forget a buy stop. Had a plan to get involved after this closure, but it's left the building without me, so all good. No FOMO. Don't jump in to second rate. I just let it do its thing, and now plan again. Next option is likely going to be a pullback, in all honesty. Simple. The only other potential minor option would be a little bit of a pause from the 15.
I think it makes sense what you said, because you are waiting for a deeper lower wick.
Yep.
Maybe to get some stop loss. First stop loss.
Yep.
Because it's a wide stop
Very
loss
important.
at the end. this was, I think it was important, but maybe this time you are not involved, but maybe the other times it saves you for losses.
Yeah, well, how many times have we said on stream, not answering just now, waiting for it to pull back, trades lower wick, pops down 10-15 pips, send the order, pops back up, and TP gets hit pretty quickly. So again, no stress whatsoever. It's all good. I'll be back with you guys later on, so we'll see what's about.
You mean for pre and Y, or?
Yeah, but it won't be too close to the open. It'll be a little bit earlier.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll be on for that. Luthando, you know, top-down analysis strategy. I know my top-down analysis strategy. I don't know what you're referring to though. I mean, there's so many ways to skin a cat. Zudin Shuko. Did a sell or buy? I don't know how many times I mentioned on gold. It's right now I can't get away. I can't find a way in, but it's a buy. What confirmation is they sell it in all this? What confirmation is there sell? There's fresh air to the left. There's nothing. It's at all-time highs.
I'm looking maybe for some GU buys when we close above
Wow.
130.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Is there anything breaking news-wise? Is Trump tweeted something? Was he up and about early today?
I don't know. The only issue is today there will be a phone call between Putin and Trump.
There's nothing, but the charts just majors anyway. Pumping strength in the against the US dollar in the majors.
Correct, yeah.
The DXY must be still capitulating at the moment. Yeah, now it's at a very key level. Needs to hold this level. So at the moment they're inversely correlated, but gold just does its own thing because the amount of times throughout last year DXY was pumping and gold was doing the same. So it doesn't always have to inversely correlate. For the most part it will, but it doesn't always have to. Wow. Where is it going to stop? I've mentioned what I think will happen on gold. Not saying it's happening anytime soon, but 5,000. We'll hit 5,000. Probably not this year. Even 10k. And silver is going to do the same. So I'm not that high, obviously, but it's going to definitely go to 3 figures, in my personal opinion. Maybe even up towards that 500. It's far off it, but I have reason to believe. It's the most naked short asset in the world, with nothing to back it. All these paper shorts on it. At one point it's going to be a squeeze, and you watch, silver is just going to completely go to the moon.
Justin, as I mentioned before, I'm looking for some GU buys, and I think it makes sense to wait right now when it's closing in this area like it is, because there is a resistance on the left side at November 24.
Okay, yeah.
And if I'm closing, or if the price closing in this area, then I will wait for a week M30 candle, maybe, and then maybe on the break of this week, a bearish candle, maybe then take some.
Yeah, let it reset. It's come from the lows as well, so it's
and maybe this could be also some place in for GJ, maybe also waiting for a M30 pause.
Yeah, some sort of pause.
Maybe,
It's the best game plan moment, just to chill and wait while things are moving, and there's unfortunately no way for me to get involved. That's what I've got to do right now. Chill.
No, the other issues are only FOMO right now.
Yeah, well, if anyone just jumped in because they thought they were going to miss out, then that's obviously an issue. But for me, no such thing. For you, I don't think there's such thing as well. So
No, not anymore.
no, exactly. We learnt. Yeah, good Tatsu. Yeah, wow, it's just a beast, isn't it? Alrighty guys, I'm off because I'm not getting an entry. That was the move. Unfortunately, just couldn't find my way in, but nonetheless, good test of patience. Good, we learned a few things today, especially about liquidity counters yet again and the strength of those. So I just learned a lot for free on these calls, so it's good to join on the daily. I will be back tomorrow to my team, my group. I will be on with you again. I'll keep you posted. Probably about maybe an hour and a half or so from now, maybe 2 hours, I'll see. And yeah, look forward to that. We'll see what we can come up with. YouTube, appreciate you all for joining. You all have a good one, and I look forward to catching you all tomorrow. Guys, catch you after on the call.
Then.
Will do.
Bye.
See you, mate. Bye. And again, TikTok, appreciate you all for joining. Thank you to all new followers. Watch gold just flying. Look at that. Absolutely pumping. Have a good one. When gold closes exactly, please. No idea. Could go anywhere. Could go anywhere. Look for psychology. No, it's just bursting through everything at the moment, so there's not a care in the world for anything. I mentioned before, 3025 is what I'd be targeting, and it looks like it's just going to absolutely pump through that. Like literally just now it's going to. Anyway guys, take care, have a good one. Catch you again soon. Catch you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye guys.